Continuing from Case 101. This is Dr. Christian Gonzalez, Head Researcher of Anomalous Entities for the Paranormal Investigations Bureau. Today is March 25th, 2022, with the time at 3:14 p.m. Eastern Standard. State your names for the record. You know the drill.
Commander Rhodes, formerly CIA, Commander of the Colony El-Mensi, which means the Forgotten in Arabic.
Dr. Jax Morales, Head Researcher of Anomalous Space and Personal Assistant of Dr. Gonzalez.
Deputy Director Smith wants a report on your mission. Entering the Golden City for the first time?
Well, for starters, it was as destroyed as we thought. The radiation suits we used to explore the city got us pretty far before we ran into opposition.
We did receive a large number of unconscious alien life forms through one of the gateways. Something to pair the loners with, I suppose.
You were right from the start, Doc. The reward was as great as the risk. We have enough supplies to satisfy an entire army, and then some.
It really is a great achievement for you and your colony, Alex. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, to mention the elephant in the room, has anyone from either of your teams made contact with the rumored crash site?
We have. The dimensional instability Alex told us about is, in fact, from the crash. The wreckage looked like some kind of space vessel.
A vessel?
Nobody in El-Mensi could identify it, and we've seen some crazy things out here.
Jax?
We showed the wreckage to some of our Martian scientists, and while they confirmed that they haven't seen anything like it, they were also able to tell us that the materials were from this world. It's human-made, whatever this vessel is.
How is that possible? Jax? Chris, you're sure nobody in the PIB knows about this?
Not a soul, as far as I'm concerned. Chris?
I talked to the director. He told me that there was an experimental device capable of traveling between universes, using some sort of nuclear power source that would create a field around the vessel and shift it between one universe and the next.
Sounds like a mad science experiment. Can you imagine the raw power a vessel that size would need? I'm surprised it worked.
According to our friend Dom, it worked more than once.
And how exactly would he know that?
For security reasons, we were a little hesitant in sharing that information about his origins.
That's it! I am sick and tired of you lying to me all the time. We're supposed to be partners, but every time we sit in this room, something new comes up that I wasn't even aware of.
I'm gonna do some inventory on our supplies.
Why are you keeping secrets from me? I'm your partner.
It's for your own good.
Oh, don't do that. Okay? Don't you dare and try to protect me like I'm some little kid. Something clearly has you and the director spooked, and I want to know what it is.
I can't tell you, okay? You don't realize how complicated this is. The director and I...
You think I care about your relationship with the director, Chris? Everyone knows you two serve together. Everyone knows you guys are tight. Everyone knows you're his right-hand guy. Unofficially, which is why I can try and understand your paranoia, but it's no secret.
If this was a jealousy issue, you could have just asked to be in the loop.
I should have been in there in the first place.
Ugh, I know.
Then why wasn't I?
I don't know. I worry too much, I know, but look at all the work we do and tell me you wouldn't feel the same way. I'm sorry I had to lie to you, truly, but I didn't have much of a choice at the time.
I'm going to ask you one more time. What else aren't you telling me?
Jax. Dom and I have an idea who's behind the crash.
How?
We put our heads together while you and Alex were away, narrowed the list of suspects, and we came to one single possible culprit. Deputy Director Smith.
Smith? The guy's a goody two-shoes. A poster boy, for crying out loud.
Think about it. He's had an obsession with the project since it began, sure. But isn't it weird that only now, when we start to reach our goal, he starts acting weird? More overbearing, paranoid? Like listening to our conversation?
You can't be serious!
Oh, but he is. I must admit, it's been quite a little mystery for you two, hasn't it?
You.
Spare the act, Doctor. It makes what I'm about to do less enjoyable.
I just have one question. Before the entire security force comes raining down on your head, I just want to know why. You could have admitted the fact that your name was on a ship capable of interdimensional travel. You'd be able to keep your identity, but you'd likely get demoted to being a secretary. Instead, you wave a molecular transport gun in our faces.
Simple. America believes that the liminal space is dangerous, and everyone in it needs to say exactly where they are. Once the ship is extracted and repaired, we'll travel across other dimensions and cause the same thing to happen to them.
You'll willingly throw entire dimensions out of whack just to ease the minds of xenophobes?
I'm a servant of my country, Doctor, a patriot first and foremost. This agency was founded by those servants.
No. It was founded by people who wanted to know and readily embrace what was out there. I should know I was one of them.
Be careful what you wish for, Doctor.
You okay, Jax?
Yeah, I'm fine. Where are we?
Well, well, well. Look what the deranged cat dragged in.
Dom?
Still the perceptive one. Get up, you two. We don't have a lot of time. They'll be here soon. What are you talking about? If I'm correct, you've just been transported here by our dear Mr. Smith as a last-ditch effort to save his career and his cause. Where's here, you may ask? A world flipped on its axis. Home to not only yours truly, but to a race known as skin stealers. You two are some of the few who stepped through the realm known as the Looking Glass. Now, I'd like to explain further, but unless you want your face ripped off and your entire being used like a puppet, I suggest you grab a weapon.
Well, when you put it that way, it looks like we'll be working together.